bridge predates the war. As you can see from the markings, it's built in Middlesbrough, back in the UK, and shipped out here. As Yamashita was sorting out his forces up in the village out to the west, Bukit Timah village, Percival had one chance, and one chance only. There was a respite, there was a pause in the Japanese offensive. And he realised quickly that he should launch some kind of counter-attack. And it's here we find the only British counter-attack taking place for the whole of the fall of Singapore. Percival only had a few fresh units left at this point. And these were guys in the 18th Division. They were literally fresh off the boats, most of them. They'd only been into Singapore for a matter of weeks. So he pulled together a makeshift force of 3 battalions. He had the 18th Reconnaissance Corps, the old Loyal Regiment as it was, the 4th Norfolks, and the 1st and 5th Foresters. The Reconnaissance Corps sounds a splendid title. They were meant to be armed with the latest British tanks. Unfortunately, most of their equipment and most of their armoured personnel carriers were lost as they arrived into Singapore on the Empress of Asia, which was sunk off the coast. So they had to quickly get together a whole bunch of other equipment, new Bren gun carriers and new armoured personnel carriers, and they managed to fit themselves out to almost their former strength. Now they were to lead the attack, and they were to come straight up the Bukit Timah road and smash their way through to the village and take Bukit Timah heights beyond. The only problem was with that is they were up against modern Japanese armour, tanks and anti-tank guns and an awful lot of artillery, which outclassed anything that the Loyals, the 18th Reconnaissance Corps, could muster. So they charged up on the morning of the 11th, they charged up the road here, forcing their way. As they got closer and closer to the village, they lost more and more armour, and they pushed their way to the outskirts of the village itself until the whole attack petered out, leaving this whole road strewn with the wreckage of armoured cars. To the right, the 4th Norfolks pushed up through what was then open ground and mainly through plantation. They got to Hill 215, which is just before Bukit Timah, and dug in there. They couldn't go any further. They got as far as the rifle range, overlooking the rifle range, which is up that point. And to the left, we have the 1st and 5th Foresters. And they came up in support of the Loyals and pushed across right onto the edge of the railway. And it's their story we're going to have a look at now.